Yes, people, it's video one like Judi Love, and you know what? This video is going to consist of my weekly binge TV, social media, all little juice has been happening for the week. Okay, where shall I start? Teddy Riley and Babyface's sound clash on live Instagram. And let's be real, Teddy thought that when they said live, they meant live like a concert. He came with a whole band, a drummer, a whole production team, and a hype man. And no, it didn't go right. The sound was a mess. You know, they were on there saying sound check, but hey, stuff happens, isn't it? They're two legends, and you know what? They came back 2 days later. There was a few little technical issues, but I've got to say, Teddy came back strong. His game was strong. He dropped some tunes and reminds you of back in the days. Babyface, come on. He's written so many tunes, but I was more shocked about Teddy Riley because there's so much tracks that he's involved in that we didn't even really realize or remember. Yeah, that was my highlight of the week. So apparently now there's supposed to be a clash between P. Diddy and Dr. Dre. But on the Roots on Twitter, they tweeted that Swiss Beats and Timbaland said that the multitude of these two legends coming together shouldn't be just limited to Instagram and should be a prepaid event. Now, thinking all things like hip-hop artists and USA and all the rest of it, there was a conversation on live between DJ Khaled and Big Joe, and they were talking about Rihanna. Let me tell you something. DJ Khaled went in. It's like he forgot he had a wife.
With Rihanna, I don't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? I got all my pictures. You know, I got all my pictures framed with Rihanna.
Yo, Kelly, I did the dance. She ran out. Oh my God, Fat Joe. I was like, no, wait.
I know. Yo, but let me tell you what she did.
No cameras allowed.
No, listen, Rihanna. No, Rihanna at the Rock Nation brunch. You know, I was wearing that baby blue suit. You seen that with them baby blue You seen? Don't act like you
Tiffany blue.
Rihanna walked in. She touched my suit and she goes, "That suit looks nice on you. It's a beautiful suit." Almost lost my mind. Almost lost my mind. And I be trying to, and I gotta hold my composure because
she different.
I got to. You know what I love about Rihanna? Because she just keep it so real. She a real one.
Rihanna is gorgeous, but Khalid has made it real obvious that he thinks she's gorgeous. So at the beginning of self-isolation, quarantine, and social distancing, there was a video put up by Cedric the Entertainer who was doing a live chat with Tiffany Haddish, and it looked like she was quarantining with Common. So there's a lot of speculation in regards to whether they're in a relationship or not. But the latest that I've seen, they did a virtual dating with Bumble. Let me tell you something, I was all up in that. They've got it on Tiffany and Common's page at the moment, and I must say, they look like a beautiful couple. Like, I felt like I was all involved with that. I felt like I was on a date and I was falling in love with his beautiful little freckled face. I swear, I've got things for freckles. If they are in a relationship, let them do what they want to do. There's been a few little negative comments talking about Common can't commit to anybody, but you know what? Each person you have a relationship with is different, and who knows what this will be. And let's put some positive sprinkles on this and hope that they are in a relationship and it will spring to something beautiful and everlasting. Can we just take a minute to appreciate these pictures by Omarion? Let's get into this. The shows that I've been watching and binging on meanwhile I'm in quarantine. Okay, I'm going to keep it real with you. 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. I don't even know if that's the title because there's so many 90 days. Listen, Ed, who is going out with a Filipino girl, I need to remember her name. Her name is Rose. He tells Rose that before they can have sex, he wants her to have a sexual health test. Now, some people were saying, you know, this is out of order, and she was quite upset with it. But what I don't think is right is that when she was saying to him, listen, you need to take the test as well, he was like, no, listen, mate, you cannot ask somebody else to take the test, and you don't. It's going to seem like you're only asking her to take it because you met her online, and she's from a so-called, as you would see it, a third world country. You feel that she might be more exposed to something, but you still proposed to her before you met her. But I think, like, if you're going into any relationship with somebody and you are going to endeavour into having sex, which, you know, stuff can happen, shit can happen, then maybe you should agree, like, before that, let's both take a test and make sure everything is all right. Because the reality is your health is the most important thing. But he took it to a next level and told her that her breath stinks. I don't know how you approach anybody in that kind of sensitive way, but if the person you're lying down with, you've got to have their back. You're talking about you want to marry her, so maybe he should say to her, you know, babes, these little things. But she might turn around to him and say, babes, you're not the height that I thought you was online. Soulja Boy and Lisa. I mean, Lisa, can you just quit with that kind of accent? I don't know what that accent is because you got the little Nigerian boy, but just quit it. And hearing baby love, baby girl, it was just so much. Watching it for me is very, very cringy because I just feel like it's not real. And yeah, let's keep it moving. I'm not going to get into all of them. David, who went to meet his Ukrainian girlfriend, Lana, for the fourth time. One of the times, I think she had an issue, family member was sick. Another time she had an operation. The other time, I don't know. This time she was supposed to meet him in the blue dress at the train station, but yet she didn't tell him what train she was coming off. And she stood him up for the fourth time. And they're spending so much money. Tiger King. Yes, Tiger King. I mean, it was all about big cats and the exploitation of big cats, and them being sold for profit, them being slaughtered. Listen, did you know? I was saying this on my podcast the other day, Living with Love, Judi Love on Spotify. Yeah, just a little promotion in my own video. Anyway, I was saying, do you know there's 10,000 personally owned big cats as pets or in people's back garden in the United States of America, and only 4,000 worldwide? That something needs to be done. Anyway, Tiger King is a lot. Joe Exotic, he was a very eccentric, or should I say, is a very eccentric character. One main other woman that he was starting to battle against, and be honest, she came to him first. She started to make an issue about him and feeling like, you know, he's abusing the cats and so on. But she also had a zoo, which she said was a retreat, a recovery center for the big cats, but they were in cages as well. All I know is everybody was trying to make money. I think Joe, you know, Joe went through some traumatic things. He had a husband, the first husband, and then he got another husband. There was 3 of them married. The second husband basically shot himself in the shop on the zoo. I don't know whether it was by accident or whether it's suicide, but it was very traumatic. His first husband ended up having an affair with one of the girls who was working in the zoo and left and ended up giving her a baby. There was a lot, but he's got a new husband now, even though he's in jail. And the brethren, whatever his name was, who came in and said he had the money to fix the zoo, he basically took everything from him. It's a bag of mix-up. Too Hot to Handle, another show on Netflix. Okay, it's basically like Love Island, but they're being paid, they don't have sex. Now, these people are as horny as rats. They were in there for less than 24 hours, and some of them were kissing up, you know, rubbing up lotion on people's body and all kind of stuff. And it's just like, whoa, is it that easy? They said that they picked some of the main people who really need sex. And I've got to big up Desiree Burke. She is living in the UK, doing comedy over here, and she is the narrator on that show. Anyway, look, there's a girl in there called Francesca. She's coming and she's like, the stamp kind of the Kardashian, Teeth Kardashian kind of look. And she's coming there and demanding her beauty and all that she wants, and whoever she wants, she usually gets. And she goes for Harry, and Harry is just besotted. To be honest with you, I didn't think she was going to get Harry, but Harry loves her off. They're licked up, kissing up, they're doing all the thing, and they lost money. Now, Francesca gets upset because Harry kind of said that it was her that put it on him, and she ends up going with this blonde girl who basically likes her. They decide to make a pledge that they'll kiss and lose some of the money. Anyway, they did their thing, they kissed, they lost some of the money, but it came out because a little robot, one of the guys who looks like Jesus, who I think is quite nice, he said to the robot, you know what, ban all this, who lost the money? And they said it was Francesca and the girl. Kels, He is vexed, yeah. Kels is so vexed. He's a money man. He's like, I don't want no things. Because he was actually in the toilet with Francesca, naked after they had a date. The next day, Francesca turned around and told Kels, oh, I'm not really that into you, and it's Harry that I want. Girl, you was in the shower with him naked. Francesca was just vexed because Kels would not do a thing with her or even sleep with her. Like I said, he's a money man. He wanted money instead of the coochie. Tell you what I do like about the show, that they've got a mix of people from the UK, from Australia, from London. So it's nice that they've got a mix of people. The first and main only couple in there is Sharon and Rhonda, hashtag Black Love. And they're the same height, and it's sweet. Let's hope it lasts. If I missed that, every time they do things, kiss, cuddle, no, kiss, lips up, it's the same thing. Feel up, rub up, and full intercourse, they lose money. Now, the embarrassing thing is when Sharon and Rhonda went into their little secret hut that they gave them because, you know, the people felt like they had a real connection. Woo, the next day, they lost $16,000 and they listed every single thing that they did. I mean, they did a lot. You might as well have had sex. Real Housewives of Atlanta has finished season 12. I mean, the last few episodes. Kenya. You've been coming for people and throwing that shade for some seasons, a lot of seasons. We started from, you know, Phaedra days, even though we don't see Phaedra now. But that was you've done, yeah, that twirling of yours. As Nina was kind of putting it, she's not going to have you just causing all of this chaos and then twirling out this. Nina has gone ham. A couple of times she's kind of confronted her and got kind of confrontational and stepped to where there were a few issues about her acting like she was going to spit in her face. But Kenya knows how to press the button, because at the baby shower for Candy's surrogate baby, after they had argued, because Kenya had basically done a little blog on TMZ saying that Nina was a bully and all the rest of it and she ain't got no friends. After they argued and bashed it out, she then went and walked behind Nene. Come on, you know Nene is already up for this. Nene was ready to take off the wig. You don't do that. And you're doing this at Candy's baby shower. But I must say, the whole Candy situation and surrogacy, throughout watching it, I was really worried that maybe, you know, Candy was finding it difficult to really get into it because she wasn't carrying the baby herself. But towards the end, it seems like everything is working out. But there was a lot of pressure on her and Todd, especially that she was now doing this acting role, and one of her key roles was that she had to have this lesbian sex scene, which Candy just seemed like she couldn't wait to do it. Listen, I got to big up Candy, because you know what? She's a money girl. She's a money maker. She don't stop. That woman has got multiple business, but it seemed like within this season, it's really showing that it's having an effect on her relationship with Todd, and they had to have counseling. Anyway, it's the end of the season. Eva's had her baby. She's going to try not have no more babies. Portia is back with her baby daddy, and he proposed to her, but yet he was saying that he don't want to plan no wedding. Nina is fine with her husband and saying that she's not going to have it from Kenya no more. And Kenya, unfortunately, is going through a divorce from that man who it just showed throughout the season. He just wasn't interested in her. And I feel for her, because it really looked like she was doing everything she could and more than she should to try and keep this man there. It was a soul tie that wasn't tied. His soul was somewhere else. Cynthia is possibly moving to LA with her new man. Is there anybody else that I missed out? No. Last but not least, Insecure season 4. Lisa's saying on the phone to someone that she don't mess with Molly no more. Throughout this little first 2 episodes, I feel there's a little tension between Molly and Issa. Although they both said to each other, we're going to make sure we're both accountable. I think that Issa needs to have a conversation with Tiffany, because basically she found out that Condola is seeing Lawrence, her ex. The ex, not that she just did a thing with, but she was with for 5 years. And somehow Tiffany didn't even tell her brethren, or even say to Condola at the baby shower that actually that's my brethren's ex. Anyway, Condola is a little bit shocked about it, because she's realizing, look, this is all a bit complicated, it's a little bit awkward, but they talk it out, they're happy, they're fine, and so on. But then she had a conversation with Lawrence. Lawrence decided to pick up himself and go and call Issa, and end up going to her house and telling her to just kind of back off with this whole friendship thing with Condola. But he didn't tell Condola, and said to Issa, she don't need to say anything to Condola. I think that was shady. You shouldn't have done that. You should have told Condola, because if anything happens, it's going to be like you kept a little secret with your ex. Trust me, if you lie about something so small, you can lie about things that are big. As for Molly, I found it was really a little bit inconsiderate for her to come to Issa's event, her little mixer, and the first thing you want to talk about is your man, well, not your man, the guy that you're seeing, having fun with sleeping, going on a date, and telling her, oh, he's dating other people. Hello, your friend's doing a mixer. You know she has a little insecurity about how much she can sell her products and do her events anyway, and that's the first thing you want to talk about. Basically, Issa puts her in her place later on and says, well, do you even know what you want? Like, do you even want to be happy? She got a text from Andrew because there was a little issue because she felt like Andrew was not being quite open and intimate and vulnerable with her, and he walked out of dinner with her that she cooked at her house, even though he said to her the food was salty. But anyway, he walked out and she was telling Issa that, and he texted her. But the thing that I found was funny, she didn't say to Issa that it was Andrew that texted her. Keeping things from your brethren like that already, yeah? I think there's going to be a real issue. And oh, please, Issa, listen, ladies, it don't make sense to sleeping with somebody you don't like. You have to close your eyes because she's sleeping with the security guy. And then the security guy told her about press my booty button, like each to your own. She couldn't even find the booty button. Big up the big guys doing their thing though, innit? He got there, but he got there so well. Let's just say she lost her condom. That was a whole mess. Allow it. Preserve your energy, girl. And I just say, we all need a friend like Kelly. Somehow she just brightens up any situation. So we've got to see why Molly and Issa falls out, because everything is being recorded for 3 months before the block party. Anyway, people, listen, that's my roundup of the week and all the things that I've been binging on and a little bit of hot topics. You've been watching me, the one like Judi Love, and listen, I can hear the kids DJing and playing all kind of music. That's Stormzy, that's Drake. See you soon. Stay home, stay safe. Love ya.